Podia Review 2021. Let's go. My name is Dustin Bakkie, and I actually use Podia to host two different websites. The first website is The Hit Lab, and there I work with digital course creators to create effective, accessible, and inclusive digital content, and that's probably the YouTube channel you're watching right now. The other site I run and operate is Biomechanics 101, and this is a specialty site for students and educators in higher ed who are either teaching or taking biomechanics. Why I chose Podia early on is that it was this all-inclusive software for hosting a website, building digital courses, digital downloads, webinars, memberships, email and email marketing, everything, and it was extremely user-friendly, and the customer service was through the roof. And so as a beginner, as I jumped online, Podia was perfect for me. And now there are some areas that have a little growing pains, and I'll talk about those here in a few minutes. Let's head over to Podia, and we're just going to do a basic rundown of what they offer and what their pricing tiers are. So here we are on Podia's main webpage, and if you go through here on the home screen, you could kind of see some of the standard stuff in terms of like who's doing well with Podia and some good stories there. But what I want to kind of highlight first and foremost is one of the early things that I really liked about Podia is this supporting creators 24/7. When they say that, they mean it. The customer service from Podia is unlike anything I've ever experienced before, and especially as a beginner, this sold me. I had so much support, and if you look and go to their resource center here, you will actually see that they have a ton of video resources, topics on all sorts of things that you might need, including guides and free tools. And beyond that, they have this little chat bubble down here that you can actually click, and what you'll see is that I have some conversations going, but you can always start a conversation with one of the Podia team members, and they are remarkably helpful. So let's talk about the pricing and the different tiers that they've got. So if we come over here to pricing, they always start with a 14-day free trial, and I want to let you know I have all this linked down below. It is a affiliate link, which means that if you go there and you click and you sign up, I might earn a little bit of a commission, but it's not going to cost you anything extra. Here we have the different plans, and there's the Mover, the Shaker, and they just released this Earthquaker. Chances are, if you're watching this, you might be in the Mover or the Shaker area. Personally, I use Mover. There are some reasons I've gone to Shaker before, but I mainly use Mover for what I'm going to do. And you can see that there's really unlimited everything, no transaction fees, anything like that. The big difference between the Mover at $39 a month and the Shaker at $79 a month is the Shaker allows you to sell memberships. And then it also allows you to do affiliate marketing and embed buy buttons on external websites. So if you have a digital course that you are trying to sell or want to offer it as an affiliate to someone you work with, you could give them an embed code to put a buy now button on their website with that Mover plan, or excuse me, that Shaker plan. There's also a few more people in terms of how the size of your email list through the email marketing, and we'll dive in a little bit more there. And then the Earthshaker here, or Earthquaker I should say, this one is pretty big in terms of this is a really personalized experience, and you could see that the services are really above and beyond. So if you're a really big website and you want a dedicated account manager, a personal onboarding call, and a few other things, that's the plan for you. Okay, let's dive in and go behind the scenes of what this looks like. So it's pretty easy. You just click login, and there you go. It comes up, and you're brought to this dashboard, which, like I said, the Hit Lab is just getting started. So it gives you the amount of customers, subscribers, members, sales, revenue, and membership recurring revenue sort of thing. And then you also have this dashboard up here with some links to key things, and then you have your site tab here. So right from this dashboard, you can kind of keep an eye on recent activity. But from here, I want to show you these two buttons right here, edit the site and create. So if we click edit the site, what this is actually going to do is it's going to take me into Podia's site builder. And this is really intuitive. I really love it. It's easy to use, but you can see it brought me to my home page. And as I move my mouse around and hover over things, you'll see that there's this little pencil icon that lets me edit those different areas, move them up, down, and potentially delete. And you'll see that right in the middle, there's this big plus button. So if I wanted to put something right in between these two sections, I just press plus, and I could do all sorts of options over here from a number of different things that they have, including like a product list, a bio, a newsletter. You could do a text, image, video, different columns, an FAQ section, testimonial section, category section. And so those are kind of their main section types. But within that, there is a number of different things you could do. So if, let's say I wanted to add an image here, you'll see that it comes up blank, but this over here brought me to that design area. I can upload my image file and drag one in. So let's say I wanted to upload a logo that I'm working with. And so I just grab it from my desktop and I can drag it over there and upload the photo. And I could say, check out this photo, right? That sort of thing. And then I could even add a button for like buy now, and it doesn't have to be a buy button. It could be a button that does whatever you want, and then link it wherever you want to go. And then you could change the design here. They have a few different layouts, like layout to the left, layout right, layout centered. You could also, let's say I didn't necessarily want that image set apart like that. Let's say I wanted it in the background. I can drag it as a background image, and now it has this little grayscale, and I could kind of change the different colors and the contrast and the opacity and all of those different things with it. And then you can also do a default theme, no theme. They have kind of a few light and dark ones, but they also have a brand theme where you kind of design your own theme for your website. So if you have brand colors and fonts, works great for that. So that's a little bit of a behind the scenes on the site editor. You can do publish, and once you're done, you just click done, and it brings you back to this main area. So if you want to create a product, what you can do, you click create here, and then it gives you the different types of things you can create. You could do a post for the blog area, a broadcast or campaign email-wise, or a product, or even a coupon. I mentioned emails a little earlier, and I want to end on a really good note. So let's look at emails to start, and then we're going to go over into the course creation area. So you can see that it's pretty basic. They give you some nice stats overall, which I really like. Each of your broadcasts, they have some nice stats, and you can do campaigns. And to start one, you just click create, and you go from there. Now, like I said, let's say I want to create a broadcast, a new broadcast. This is how I select subscribers. I either choose everyone who's ever purchased anything from me and decided to join the mailing list, or I could join the specific people who said, add me to the mailing list. But there's no way to like tag specific customers for specific things. But it does let me do the broadcast title, write out the email, preview it. I can schedule it with send later and review it before I send it. So there is some power there in the emails. Finally, let's go over here to products again, and let's create a digital course. It's really easy. You give it a name. When I click that create product, say online course. So this is my example course, and you just click create product. And now what it does is it puts together this course, and you see a page like this. And what you'll see here at the top are lessons, details, pricing, and availability. And then you can upload files, add quizzes, do different links, or add text. And you could even do different lessons and sections. So one of the things I usually start with, usually come down here, do a new section, and you can just call it something like a welcome. It's always good to have a welcome start here page, give them a little bit of information. You can embed videos right in here as well. And you could even set a drip delay if that is what you're after. And so we'll just leave it like that. And you can see that it's right there and it creates this new section. And then I could create lessons within that section. So I could just do lessons in a number of different ways, add text, add a link, add quizzes, or choose a different file. So, and then you could rearrange things as well. It's really simple to build out a digital course, and I'll show you what it looks like with a different course here in just a moment where everything is really fleshed out. So if you go over to the details, again, what you can do is you can give it a category, you can give it a name, you can make it visible, hidden, or even locked in terms of comments, and there's some integrations. We're going to talk about those in a few moments. Pricing, Podia allows you to make it for free, make it a one-time payment, or even offer different payment plans. And one of the really cool things that Podia does that not a lot of the other ones do is they allow you to do upsells. So what this means is when your customer goes to purchase your course, you can create an upsell that says, hey, this is your one shot to get this other thing for 50% off right now. So it's a way to increase revenue a little bit there. And then you can have all sorts of availability settings. You can collect emails for a pre-launch to get people excited about it. And then you do it as a draft while you're building it, that sort of thing. You can close it where everyone can see it, but they can't purchase it. You can even hide it so that if you're no longer wanting to sell the course, but still want to be available to the people who have previously bought it, that is an option as well. And you could even start a start date where everything you build all of a sudden becomes available on that start date. So there's a ton of resources in there. So what I'd like to do is I want to show you what a course that's more fleshed out looks like. So here we are inside the editing area, the behind the scenes area of my undergraduate biomechanics course. And so you can see that I have a number of different things in here. I have some lessons that are hidden that I only like to make them available at certain times. And so you could turn those on and off really easily, but you could see here that there's each of these different lessons. You see their time, you see that they're videos. If I were to click on one of these, we can go in. With the video options, I can upload an SRT file for captions. I can upload a thumbnail to make it look really nice. These are actually some newer features here from Podia 2021. And so you can see that I might not have these there yet, but I can easily come back in and put it there. There's some content. I could put some typing, and then I can even make it previewable. So if I want to make this lesson a preview lesson so that if people are considering buying this course, want to see what a lesson looks like inside of it, they can do that. And so I actually have a few of those available in throughout here, but you can see that each section has a number of different lessons with their titles and the videos inside of it. But this is what it looks like from the back end of the course. And so I want to show you what it looks like. So I want to show you what this looks like from the student's view. Can preview it here. So I'm going to preview it as a customer. And what this does is it brings it up and it shows me exactly what my students see. And so they see that there is all of these lessons over here. They could click on one of them and go to it. And this video pops up and there's actually a cute picture of my kid helping me teach about muscle rolls in this class. And then there's some commenting down below that I have students engage with questions inside of it. So this is what it looks like from my student side. And after they're done with this, let's say they go on to the next video, that you can see that it crossed it off and they are able to kind of keep track of their progress. That way there is a nice download here. You can see that there's PowerPoints available for this module, and it's just a nice clean download button. So the digital courses are really Podia's biggest strength, if you ask me. So we're back here on the dashboard for the Hit Lab, where I want to show you one more thing that's really important to kind of shoring up some of the shortcomings, especially with email that I mentioned earlier. So what you can do is you can come up in here and you can go to your account settings for your site settings, and you'll see that there's a number of different settings. So there's a few specific things you can do regarding your site. So under the email tab, there's a few options for email, including like double opt-in and custom text for opt-in messages for your customers, and even tracking options. You can take payments a couple of different ways automatically via Stripe and PayPal right within it, which lends a lot of strength and credibility to your site. And then integrations is really what I want to show you. You can do custom domain. There are analytics. You can install Facebook pixels and things like that. This messaging is pretty cool. I do like the messaging, and I'll show you that really quick. This is what this little dot down here is. So it puts a little messaging dot on your website. So if we come over here to the Hit Labs main page, and if we look here, there's a little messaging button. And if you click, you can message the owner. So this is a really cool way. This isn't an add-on. It comes automatically. So again, taking your site up a level there. Okay, integrations. This is what I really want to talk about. Podia offers a number of integrations. So you could see a number of them on here, and I think there's even more. You could use different zaps to work with different things, including like invoices and creating Google Sheets. They integrate with MailChimp, ConvertKit, Drip, a number of different integrations. And this helps them to make up for maybe the strength that they aren't a dedicated email service provider. They provide the basics for people like me who are just starting out. But when you're ready to do more advanced options, they integrate with those options. So this saves you money while you are just getting started out, and you don't need a bunch of different software. Podia just kind of holds it all together. Let's wrap up this review with a pro and con list of Podia and kind of a final verdict. I think you already know my final verdict since I run 2 sites on it. But the pros of Podia are dead simple to use. The learning curve is so shallow. Anyone can use Podia. There's a ton of support, great customer service in there. It is affordable, $39 a month for an all-in-one package. Really almost can't be beat out there on the internet. They specialize in digital courses and digital downloads. Those are wildly easy to do. Webinars are easy to do on there as well. And really, it's just perfect for someone who is just starting out, but robust enough to handle someone who has a really large customer base. Or some of the cons here are the email system it works for getting started, but really it doesn't have some of those features of a dedicated email server that you'd be looking for. And the membership option, the thing about that is it's good for certain types of memberships, but if your membership really is going to revolve around a community, it's not great for that. So what's my final verdict? Obviously really like Podia. And what I'd say about Podia is that it is one of the best for beginners in terms of its ease of use and the support going into it, and it's all in one package and affordability. But 2, it's also robust enough to handle you growing with it. It will grow with you. There are course creators that have thousands and thousands of customers and bring in millions of dollars, all using Podia for their digital courses. So this is a platform that really serves everyone and can meet just about everyone's needs. So I really encourage you to check Podia out. Again, I have a link down in the comments that I'd love it and appreciate if you used. And down in the comments below, let me know. Are you using Podia? Are you thinking of using Podia? Or what other questions do you have? I would absolutely love to answer them. I've got a couple other videos on the screen that I think you're going to like, and we'll see you in the next video.